Cygames, the developers of Shadowverse, their parent company CyberAgent just released their first quarter, or rather their second quarter fiscal year 2025 presentation material. I always forget that for some reason January to March is the second quarter. I don't understand that either. But let's get into it. I had some dooming. Somebody was like, oh my god, Cygames is doing so poorly. The game is cooked. Are we cooked? That's the question we need to ask. Well, in this fiscal year, record high in sales on their ad and media and IP business, but their games business, a huge decrease compared to last year. Their year over year is incredibly down. They're 51.4 billion yen down on their sales, and I don't know what OP is. I think it's operating profit. I don't know. I'm not Mr. Business, but it's 15.3 billion yen down. That's a lot of yen. So Japan, some analysts were like kind of dooming, and I had somebody in my chat dooming about it too. Is the games division of CyberAgent cooked? Well, let's take a look. Their consolidated sales are an all-time high, so CyberAgent as a whole is fine, but it's mostly due to their IP and ad business. If you just skip all the boring numbers. By the way, I'll just link this in the description, I guess, but you can see the full thing if you want to take a closer look. But they're thinking that over the next couple of years, it's gonna get even bigger. This is literally a growing phase. Like it's not even like they're just coasting, right? But it's mostly due to the media and IP business, like they said. I'm not sure, do they own Abima? It's like a streaming service. So, yeah, they got baseball on there. They got all of this stuff, so they're making money hand over fist. And not only that, I didn't even know this, but CyberAgent has their sticky little fingers on way more properties than I thought. Zombieland Saga, obviously we know that was from Cygames, but Darwin's Game, Pride of this hockey anime, Idly Pride, Promise Neverland, Oshi no Ko, they invested in Oshi no Ko. What? Since when did they do all this? I didn't know that. Are we gonna get an Oshi no Ko collab on Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, dude? Is that a thing? Who knows? And then we move on here. Thank you for all the support, by the way. I'll talk about it a bit later. I'll show you guys that a bit later because I'm in the middle of just looking through this document first. But yeah, you can see that they're expanding and stuff. And many new IPs and new projects. They got CA America. They have a partnership with My Anime List. Since when did they do that? Yeah, CyberAgent is like a massive company, it turns out, and they do way more than just silly little games, dude. But they also have Manga Apartment V, which is, I didn't even know this existed. It's an apartment where 19 manga artists move in. It's like a gamer house. It's a gamer house for manga artists. What? Since when? This is all news to me, man. This is all news to me. And then if you move on in the report, let's see here. Building a one-stop system from original IP to monetization. So they've recently opened Cygames offices in Singapore, Europe, and America. So already I'm like, okay, because somebody added me on Discord and went, "Is Cygames doomed?" And then they were like, and I understand the concern obviously because we all want Worlds Beyond to do well. I'm not like ragging on them, but I then clicked on the report and it's like, well, they just expanded to 2 other continents. I don't think so. Yeah, their internet ad business is also really good, obviously. They have AI shit. It feels bad. Well, as long as it's not like generative AI. Like if it's AI to like improve workflows or whatever, I'm fine with it. But if it's like generative stuff, I'm like, ugh, yuck. Especially since Cygames is so artist focused, that kind of sucks that CyberAgent is every technology company, unfortunately, is doing this, but as long as it's not generative like some other companies out there. Anyway, quarterly sales. This is the part where people are dooming, okay? Year-on-year decrease, but only due to the hit console game released on February 1st, 2024. Yeah, the reason why we're so far down compared to last year is because last year they released Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. A highly my entire microphone clamp just detached. Hold up, I gotta fix that. Yeah, the Grand Blue Fantasy Relink was like a highly anticipated title for their most popular IP. It was in development for like freaking 10 years or whatever. So taking that into consideration, like obviously the profits for this quarter will be down, especially because of the delays of Uma Musume English and Worlds Beyond English, but you know. But it's higher than last quarter, so like again, there's really nothing to worry about. It's significantly higher than last quarter. And I didn't even know this, but they co-developed the new Gundam Gacha game. Since when was that? Since when did that happen? And then we move down, and you can see their timeline. So, got Worlds Beyond and Uma Musume coming out this June. And I didn't even know this, but apparently GAM and Project Awakening are still in development. Since when? I thought the GAM and Project Awakening stuff were like tech demos from like 8 years ago. Sorry, my clamp is really freaking dying. And then, yeah, apparently they also invested in the Jujutsu Kaisen mobile game, the Sakamoto Days mobile game, and the Chikawa mobile game, which is actually the biggest one out of those three. Chikawa is like the biggest property in the entirety of Japan right now. Dude, my clamp is legitimately messed up. I gotta fix that later, but for now, I'll just hold it. Okay, they also have a new way to pay where you don't have to pay the platform fees, I guess. I think Epic won a big lawsuit about that against Apple. But yeah, you see here that they're using so they were using ads and games. I don't understand this graph, to be honest. but they're trying to make IPs that last, okay? So I think Cygames is fine. That's all I had to say. I saw some dooming about it, like, oh my god, the frickin' profits are down. But again, it's a lull because there was a big launch, and we're about to lead up to another big launch, which is Worlds Beyond and English and Steam. Like, to be completely honest with you, even if Worlds Beyond fails in the West, it will still be popular enough in Japan to make this graph line go up, okay? Because it's real. Shadowverse is popular in Japan. Do not worry. That's all I gotta say. All right, I'll see you for more Worlds Beyond news. Peace.